What's up guys, Proximitty here, bringing you a brand new video today. This is actually going to be a video response. First time I've ever done one of these on my channel, I do believe. And this is going to be a response to my very good friend, Dallas, who made a video today uploading. He uploaded a video today talking about his thoughts. It's actually him trying to record a video in the Team Snipers playlist, and he just got so frustrated, he just started ranting. And he decided to upload that because he had it recorded, and it was his honest thoughts about the current Snipers playlist. And I really enjoyed that video because, one, it was kind of like a raw emotion. Like, you can really understand his frustration, and I liked that he talked about a few things that I 100% agree with, and I wanted to tap on those things. He talked about server issues as well. I'm going to link his video in the description below. I highly recommend you go watch it because my video will be a response to that. I'm not going to be like going through point by point because I'm agreeing with him, so it's not supposed to be a debate, but go check it out. The link is in the description below. I'm not going to be tapping on the server issues. I think if you've been playing Halo 5 in the last few months, you understand what the server issues are. I could write pages about it, but there's no point. Plenty of people have already talked about it. We all understand. It's just frustrating. But I just wanted to say, I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about where Snipers is, where is it, can we please have it back, or, can we have it like a permanent playlist? It needs to be permanent. It needs to be something laid back that we can all play. That was one of my favorite things to do in all Halos, was just relax and play Team Snipers. And then the other day I made a video when Team Snipers came out, and I was very excited. I made a live comm and I was pumped. But in that live comm I talked about how I don't like big team versions of Snipers and how big team battle maps for Snipers is just not my style of Snipers, is not what I believe Team Snipers is supposed to be. And I did not realize at the time when I made that video, because I only got on to play one game, I did not realize that that is exclusively what the playlist is. Currently, all the playlist is just BTB maps 5v5. And while I understand a lot of people find that fun, I know a lot of people, including myself, including all my friends, don't find that fun in the slightest. So, acknowledging that my opinion and what I believe Team Snipers is supposed to be is not just the end-all, be-all right way. I understand that Halo does not revolve around me, so just because I don't like it doesn't mean that others don't, or others do like it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. However, here's what I'm proposing, is that why don't we have a nice mix of arena maps with the BTB maps? I wouldn't mind that. Go back to Halo Reach Snipers, I played tons of it. You had maps like Boardwalk, Hemorrhage, which was Blood Gulch from, Combat Evolved, and then you had like a slew of arena maps. I can't think of any other big team maps off the top of my head, but those are two that were big team maps exclusively, almost exclusively. And then you had these 4v4 maps in the mix as well, and that played really well because you had a mix, and so it wasn't just all of the same thing over and over, and it wasn't all boring. People that liked the big team aspect could get their big team maps. The people who liked the close range combat could get the maps that they wanted. But the thing that made all of that work the most, and this is something that I'm not even sure is possible, because I'm not a game developer, I don't know if you can add this in this late in the game, but I would like to see this return, is a voting system, or a veto system, just so where you're able to cast your opinion when you see a map come up that you might not want to play, or maybe you do want to play it, so you can vote for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these other previous titles had this, and Halo 5 brought this in, and I remember when Halo 5 was about to come out, they talked about why they were getting rid of that. And I understand why they did it. I just feel like in practice it didn't really work the way they wanted it to. Or maybe it did, but I feel like a lot of the community is, just kind of wanting that same, can we have our opinion in like what games we're playing, what matches we're playing. They added it in because in Halo 4, the only two maps you would basically play were Abandon and Haven. When those two maps came up in the voting options, they were the only two that got voted. The other maps just weren't as popular. People did not like them as much. And so you would basically only be playing two maps. And that is, yes, that is a problem. When you're only playing two maps, because of the voting system, there needs to be some sort of solution there. So, what did they do? They got rid of that. And I remember they said they were getting rid of the veto system in order to try to make sure that the same maps aren't always constantly being played. Now, sometimes, of course, we'll get back-to-back maps. I've played a couple maps like 5 times in a row in Halo 5. That's frustrating. But for the most part, yeah, it is cycled through when you have the variety. But you don't have the variety in something like Team Snipers when it's just BTB maps, and it's just very, very slow and boring. I hate it because it's just people crouching behind little corners and walls, and they're just like corner peeking, and they'll only show like their chest up, and they'll just be staring at like one part of the map, and it's just so slow and boring. It is just not a good time. You know, back in Halo 3, Valhalla or Viking in Halo 5 was removed from Team Snipers because it was too slow. The gameplay was too slow. And now that is exclusively what you get when you play Halo 5 Snipers. And that, to me, is just not... I don't understand the logic there. I don't get why it is the way it is. I wish they would bring back, you know, arena maps for it. You know, if the appeal is to get Forge maps in rotation, then put in some Forge maps in rotation, but make sure the arena maps are there too, because you want to have close range stuff. You can have close range arena maps too. I don't care. I just want to be able to have like a good mix, because it is just not fun the way it is right now. I said this, I think, in the other video, and I've said this plenty of times before as a joke, but I am serious. If I wanted to play Battlefield where I spawn in and I'm playing on this giant map and I have to run and walk for a good 30-40 seconds before I get any real action, only to get sniped in the back or the side or just get picked off by something dumb, just to spawn in and do that again, I would go play Battlefield. If I wanted to do that, I would play big games like Battlefield. I don't want to do that. I like playing Halo because I like the fast-paced action. I like being able to spawn in, have things to shoot at, get sniped even, and then spawn in and do it again. It's not fun for me to try to hike. I don't like playing running simulator. I don't like just marching across the map just to end up getting killed by something that I didn't even see, and then it's rinse repeat. You know, that's just not fun to me. I don't enjoy that. I know a lot of people also don't enjoy that, but some people do, and that's why there needs to be a good balance, because it really hurts the people that just want to play regular snipers, what I deem to be regular snipers, what most people would consider to be regular snipers, and it only like helps out half of the demographic, if it's even a half. So there needs to be a balance. I'm just trying to like encourage supporting everybody's desires when it comes to snipers. You know, like make sure everybody's happy, make sure everything, or there's something for everybody there. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say 343 is incompetent. I'm not trying to question the team there, the design team, any of that. I just want there to be better options so everybody can be happy. That's all I want to say. Go check out Dallas's video. Link will be in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next one.